Alright, this is going to be a how-to on how to make a homemade high-flow air intake for a Ford 7.3 IDI diesel. I believe this will work for a 6.9 as well. And this will work for a lot of different vehicles as well, the similar idea. A lot of you might have heard of the lid flip. If you have an older vehicle with a carburetor or a Chevy with a TBI, you just take the air cleaner lid and flip it upside down, exposing the air filter. You get a lot more airflow. Now let's say you have an air filter like this. I've already cut mine up a while ago. I took it out here. You open your hood, you got your air intake like this, and I'm going to show you the way I cut mine. I cut this outer ring off, and now inside of here on my air lid, the reason why I couldn't flip it is because normally it had this silencer cone inside of it that sat on it kind of like that. So if I just flip that upside down, that'd be sticking up and I wouldn't be able to bolt it back down. So what you got to do is you got to take this whole thing, you're going to put it in a vise. Take a grinder, and away with that, and away with that, and you're left with this. It'll sit on there like that. You're going to want to trim away some of the edges a little bit just to expose more of the filter. But don't go too far. You still want it to actually hold down the filter in there. You still want it to hang over just a little bit over the filter. You know, just half an inch is all you need. And I will note that on the one side, you can't see, I cut it a little oblong. It's because there's a hose that runs along it. And I just don't want it to chafe on there. The best thing you could do is just take a flap disc or some sandpaper and smooth out the edges and throw some paint on it. Now normally on these, I've already ripped mine off. There's a plastic air intake here and each hole on it is about this big. And then it's got to get sucked through that small hole and go past that one baffle right there. It's very restrictive. Now, it's not restrictive at all. But just understand that when you do this, it's gonna make your engine a lot louder. You're gonna hear it. It sounds kind of like a UPS truck. The older ones that had the IDIs in them, they don't have air filters like that, so that's why they sound the way they do. So it is gonna drone quite a bit on you, the engine itself. But if you're interested in doing this, I highly recommend it. It really wakes these engines up.